Hi everybody, this is DIY Handyman Dave, and today we're going to show you how to remove and replace a garbage disposal. In case anybody's wondering, we don't have to turn the water off to do this. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is take the old one out. And the first thing you want to do is disconnect the plumbing. And then we want to undo the collar. Okay, so there it is. Very simple. Okay, so the next thing we've got to do is disconnect the electrical cable from the existing old garbage disposal, because we're going to use this cable to install on the new garbage disposal. When you buy a garbage disposal, the electrical cables do not come with it. So keep in mind how these are wired. Black to black here, white to black. Disconnect the ground. And then we just pull the cable through. Oops, well, that came out quick. Just like that. Okay? Okay, here's the new one. So we take the electrical plate off of the new one. Okay, so we just do the ground wire first. Make sure you screw these nuts down all the way till they stop. These are called wire nuts. does not want to tighten. There we go. Okay, so that's all tightened. Then we just kind of put everything back in, like so. Put our electrical cover back on. Like so. Okay, now we can attach our cable connector like that. You know, okay, so the next thing we can do is remove the 3 screws on the mounting assembly. This is the old mounting assembly, so we're going to take the old one off and install the new one. Okay, so there's a snap ring on here that has to be taken off. Just get you a common screwdriver, push it hard like that, and the snap ring will come. There we go. Then we take the rest of the mounting. Okay, and then we just pop this out, and like that. And we're done. Now with all the mounting hardware taken off, we just pop this part out. Boom, and it goes out. So with all the hardware out, we got to remove the old plumber's putty. Get that all off. Kind of clean it up. Okay, so we got the new flange, and we're going to apply some plumber's putty to it. So turn it upside down. Plumber's putty. So we take some plumber's putty and we just kind of roll it into a nice long rope. And we're just going to circle around the flange. Break it off. Sorry for the hands. And look like that. Then once that's on there, we just take it, install it into the sink, and push down, like so. Okay, so we've got the flange installed with the putty. You don't have to push this down real tight because when we get underneath it, we're going to cinch it all down with screws on the mounting assembly and it'll bring it all down real tight. All right, got our flange in. Let me see if I can get in here. Tight fit. Put our little gasket right there. And then we take this piece and we got to put it this way, like that. Okay, so here, this piece goes here. Okay. Then our little retaining ring, as you can see right here, we're going to stretch the retaining ring around. Okay. Okay, so there we have everything installed. The snap ring is installed and the hardware for the mounting hardware. So then the next part of this process is now just tightening everything down. And I gotta tell you, it's extremely uncomfortable under here, so just to give you a warning. So we are going to connect this garbage disposal to a dishwasher. And there's a dishwasher plug in here that needs to be knocked out. If you're not going to connect it to a dishwasher, then you don't do what I'm about ready to do. You don't have to remove this plug. But most people have dishwashers. So this is where the dishwashing water drains through the garbage disposal. So I'm going to knock this plug out. Just take a screwdriver and a hammer. So you can see down there where I've kind of punched the seal. Okay, and then anything that falls through, you just grab it, take it out of the garbage disposal. Okay. There's our little piece. Get it out of there. There. So there it is. We've punched our hole, and now we're ready to install it. Okay, this is probably the hardest part of this process, because this particular, especially with this particular garbage disposal, it's so heavy. So if you hear any, don't pay any attention to any grunting, groaning, or cussing while I'm putting this in. Wait a minute. Why is that? Okay, that one went in. So just tighten that collar, and that's it.
Wow.
And just like that, it's in. So now I got it connected. With your tool, you tighten down the collar just like you were screwing down a cap on a bottle. You just tighten it, it screws right in. Now, you notice this one moves a little because that's for vibration. It's got a rubber collar in there. Okay, so now that we've got our garbage disposal in, we're going to connect our plumbing. So this is what I got. This is my setup. Everybody's setup could be different. But there's a couple of things here that I don't want to use for this particular type of garbage disposal. So I'm going to pull this out. These things come out. I got to take this off first. This piece I do not need. This rubber piece I do not need. So these are going away. And yours might be different, but this is the way it is on mine. Okay, that's gone. So now I'm going to have to put this piece back on. So the collar goes first. And the little piece like that. Stick it back in. Shove this back as far as I can get it. And this little collar, this metal ring, is what we use to tighten down the pipe to the garbage disposal. And this is particular to this garbage disposal unit. So that goes there. This is going to come around, and we're going to fit this pipe right into this rubber. My hands may be in the way, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, so that's that one. Then we want to, of course, tighten this down. Okay, so the very last step is to connect the drain to the water, to the dishwasher. Make sure that you've punctured the hole in here for this connection. You don't want to, if you do not puncture this hole and you hook this up to your dishwasher, you're going to have water backing up everywhere when you run your dishwasher. So anyway, that's it. And then we just tighten it down. Okay, so now we're ready to plug in our electrical. And that's plugged in. Turn the water on and we'll run it and see how it goes. And that's it. So, do it yourself, put your own garbage disposal in. It's a lot of work, but save a lot of money. So I hope you guys have a do-it-yourself DIY Handyman Dave day.